With the family, 7avradio.com. So some more of these bad life moments when to make you think you've had a bad day. Just be thankful that you're not some of these people. Today, my boss fired me via text message. That stinks enough right there to be fired via text message. I don't have a text messaging plan. I paid 25 cents to get fired. If you think you had a bad day, imagine getting fired on a service that you have to pay per text. Today, I heard my boyfriend of 3 months talking with his friends, not knowing I could hear them. Tonight's the night, my boyfriend says. I'm finally going to tell her I love her. I really got excited, deciding I love him too. Then his friend says, awesome, but what about Kayla? I'm Kayla. That's messed up. Like, why would you be around your girlfriend talking about you about to tell another woman that you love them? Anyway, that's a bad hit. Today I had to sleep in the same room as my grandparents. They checked to see if I was asleep, so I pretended to be asleep to avoid getting scolded for staying up. Turns out they were checking to see if I was asleep so they could do what people do when they realize everybody around them is asleep. I had to witness some of the most horrible things in my life for the next 20 minutes. Just keep them eyes closed, boo. Keep them eyes closed. Whatever you do, do not open your eyes. Oh my goodness, don't open your eyes. There's certain things in life that you're going to experience that you cannot unsee. Today I was a TA for history class, and the class was taking a test. About halfway through, I noticed one kid had a small piece of paper in his hand. I ran up the row, grabbed his test, and ripped it in 4 pieces. Then I took the note from him. It said, I believe in you, Mom. Well, he should have read that note before going in and taking the test. I don't care. I wouldn't have been mad. Listen, there's too much cheating going on. Today I was walking when a man pointed a camera at me. I got a little upset about it and said, did I say you could take a picture? He replied, no, but can you get out of the way so I could take one of my wife and kids? I turned around and they were right behind me. Yeah, that's one of the moments. Okay, so see, I relate to this because lately I've been a really, really jerk to people in my household. And when I say jerk, I mean justifiable jerk. Like like my son, I sent to school today crying. My daughter, I sent to school today crying. And they were crying because they're sensitive, and I did have to scold them for something that they did wrong. But I do feel bad sometimes. Sometimes I feel like maybe I go a little bit overboard. But I mean, and this just goes to show you that word can hurt too, because it's not like I beat them or it's not like I attacked them. I just yelled very aggressively at them. And they just went to school and their probably whole day is ruined. But it doesn't matter. They did some stuff that they shouldn't have did. But this is just a time where like you have to really think: is this going to be a justifiable anger, or is this just because you're having a bad day and end up feeling stupid after? I'm sure this woman feels stupid after, and the guy's response, like, could you get the heck out of the way so I can take a picture of my wife and kids? Like, I get it. So. Yeah, some of these people are really had a bad day. So like this woman, for example. Today I bought a brand new cocktail dress for $300. Matching peep toe heels, $100. Getting my hair done at the salon, $80. Treating myself to a manicure and pedicure, $50. When finally meeting the guy I have been chatting online with for 2 months, I find out he is my cousin. Priceless. Look, I be like, listen, cousin or not, I just spent $400. Something's going down. Today my boyfriend told me he'd drive me to the jeweler's to pick out a ring. We drove there, I picked the ring, and the salesperson rang it up. When I glanced at my boyfriend, only for him to reply, "Well, don't look at me." Leave him, please. Leave him, boo. He's not worth it. If he says, "Let's go look at a ring," and then you go look, and then once you ring it up, he says, "I don't know what you did. I just said go look at it." Yeah, that's probably a relationship that you need to reevaluate. I definitely would have been like, "Listen, get your life and get your own ride home." It's some of them though. Some of those ones are really, really bad though. I really feel bad about the woman that was walking down the street and yelled at the man for following her with the camera when he wasn't. But yeah. Today I went up to a scheduled mountain my boyfriend took me to for our first date. As I saw another couple hooking up in the bushes, I phoned my boyfriend to tell him that someone found our secret spot, and his ringtone went off. But, okay, so obviously it was her boyfriend that was making out with someone at the same spot. But my question is, why was she there? I guess, I don't know if she just liked mountains, but why was she there in the first? That's what I would have said. Other than so when men get caught cheating, sometimes you just have to take the desperate defense. And the desperate defense I would have taken was, well, what are you doing up here? See, I was just up here with her to figure out what you were doing when you were coming up here, or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's a bad hit. Some of these are really, really bad. Today, my husband dropped me off at work. 10 minutes later, I got a text message saying, "I just dropped her off. I'll be there in a few, baby. Miss you." I asked him about it. He says, "I don't know what you're talking about, Megan." Her name is not Megan. So some of you people out there that are having bad days like this, you need to understand that maybe the relationship you're in is just not for you. Like, I would have been left some of y'all know, like, I should have left a long time ago. And if you don't know, now you know. Just please, stop, rip the Band-Aid off. I'm not for pulling it off slow. Rip it off quick, get it over with, because it's not going to work out. It's not working out that way right now. So, today I went on a date with a guy for the first time. We went to Starbucks and got coffee. First mistake. We talked for a while and we were joking and having a good time. Suddenly he put his hand on my stomach and said, "Soon this will be plump with my seed." This goes back to the other woman who was talking to the guy online for 2 months before she realized it was her cousin. Like, what? There should be some sort of vetting. You're talking about vetting immigrants when they come in the country. How about vetting people when you date? Like, you can't. I don't know, man. I never believed in the dating sites anyways. Thank God I'm married, so I don't have to go through that again, but go through that period. I did meet one person offline, though. Alright, let's carry on. Today, my house got broken into. My brand new laptop was stolen, along with my flat screen TV, digital camera, external hard drive, and some clothes. Wanting to drown in my sorrows and Ben & Jerry's, the ice cream in the freezer, I opened the door to find out that it too had been stolen. Not the ice cream too. They stole the ice cream, man. That took it over the top. Today I realized after turning in my resume to over 100 job openings over the past month that the resume I've been submitting does not have my phone number or any contact information besides my name. I have done this before. You put all your first off, let me just say, to do a resume, that's almost as difficult as doing like a final exam in a college course. First, they ask you to remember things that happened a long time ago. Then they want you to expose why you got fired from some of those things that you've done, knowing it was for something you definitely don't want them to know, like shoplifting. And then you have to make sure what day, give me the date that you left, the date that you started. And all those dates, you forget it. You don't remember all that stuff when you're doing it, so you really have to pick your brain. And if you have bad memory like me, it's even worse. But then you make sure you have all that stuff filled out. You have to make sure you have the template of the resume right, or they might not hire you. And then you do all that stuff, and then it's easy to forget something like your phone number or a way to contact. No, it's not. Just stop being irresponsible, girl. Make sure you have everything filled out on it. This is the last one, and then I'm going to bid adieu. Today my boyfriend broke up with me. I cried and told him that I loved him. He gave me a quarter and told me to call someone who cared. I threw the quarter in his face and ran. I waited for the bus, but when I got on, I realized I was 25 cents short of the fare. I walked home in the rain. Well, that's it for this episode of the 9 a.m. Rise Radio Show. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. to help wake you up. Check me out today on the 5 o'clock shadow, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. only on 7fradio.com.